So as you know, I've been rocking this everyday camera bag from Lowepro for a couple years now, and I think it's finally time for an upgrade. Meet the Protactic BP 350 AW3. Now that's a mouthful, but with a big name comes big features. And this is my new pick for the ultimate everyday camera bag. Now, there are tons of features on here that are huge improvements over the last bag. Starting off right on the outside is this hybrid webbing attach system. It's literally just straps that go all the way across the front and the top of the bag. I never knew how convenient it is to have these access points on the bag before. So many occasions I came to where I just wish I had a little bit of extra room or space to clip some extra things onto, because as much as I love the other bag, it was definitely lacking a little bit in attachment and access points. Now, as you know, I love my little compartment at the top here that's not part of the entire camera bag, and just have an easy access point for some everyday things that you're carrying around. So at the top, we have the zipper. Here's a little bit of a better view just so you can see. Plenty of storage here for a couple extra accessories. And as you can see, there's a couple dividers here that we're gonna take a look a little bit later in the video, show you all the guts of the bag. And at the top here, I have a nice little zipper pouch. So that's access point number one. Access point number two is an absolute must in an everyday camera bag. You have the zipper right here on the side that opens up for easy and quick access to your camera. So as you're carrying the backpack, you can just sling it over your shoulder and quickly grab your camera without having to put the camera down, unzipping it all, grabbing your camera, zipping it up, putting it on the back again, and it's like just too much time, too much wasted time, too much effort. You need an access point. Not only is there an access point on this side, but there's one on the other side as well. Now that's absolutely huge, because if you're a lefty or a righty or just prefer one side or the other, you have options. That's what I love to have, is just options to customize it however way you want. Now you also have a small pouch on both sides here, just for some lens filters, SD cards, anything you want to add in there, you got it. Now making our way to the back. You have a dual density active zone harness. I love that they added a little bit more of a contour to the straps, just so it sits a little bit more snug on your shoulders and makes everything fit a little bit more comfy. Now, one of the little features that I absolutely love is the slide cam sternum strap. Now, the previous bag had a little clip that you could slide around on the edge of the strap, and it just wouldn't really stay in place. It constantly shifted as I was clipping, unclipping. But here, if you can see on the close-up, there's actually a clip that locks it into place, so you're not gonna have it sliding around. You wanna adjust it, unclip it, move it up, clip it back in, easy as that. Such a small thing, but an absolute game changer. Now, probably my most important feature about this bag, and a huge upgrade over my previous one, is this back panel. These panels here are perforated and it has a ripple pattern to it, which helps immensely with airflow. My biggest concern with the last backpack was the airflow. My back would get so sweaty, especially once you load it up with camera and heavy equipment. I was dripping with sweat after a couple hours. And I've been testing this bag out for a couple weeks already, and let me tell you, it's so much better. Now, the last thing on the outside is this padded waist belt. If you're going on hikes or moving around a lot, they do include the waist belt here. So with the sternum strap and the waist belt, this thing's not going anywhere. You can run around, jog, do anything you want, you're gonna be secure. Now for me, I don't really go crazy with hiking and running. This kind of gets in the way, to be honest. So my favorite thing is that it's removable. It's literally held in place by Velcro underneath the lumbar support. So all you do, stick your hand underneath, undo the Velcro, and it slides right out. So with that gone, it really transforms into this nice backpack that doesn't look like you're going on a hiking trip. But that's for the outside. So now let's head on to the inside. So the last access point, probably the one you're most familiar with, is the big zipper on the back of the backpack. Opens up, and you get the full camera bag experience. Now, the beauty of this backpack and why I prefer over all the other ones that have this kind of insert is, like I mentioned earlier, you have the access point from the top that opens up into this small compartment here. So you can build the backpack out as low or as high as you want to customize the space up top that you have access to. If you don't need this extra space, you can remove the inserts and have a giant place just for extra accessories and your camera here at the bottom without wasting any space. Now, speaking of inserts, they have a great molded divider system. They give you a ton of their max fit dividers. I pretty much already set up my bag just how I like it, and I still have leftover pieces. They give you some nice flat pieces here, and they have these smaller pieces with a 90-degree corners on them just to be able to build out your bag a little bit easier. They also give you a couple bifold pieces and 2 long trifold pieces as well. I even added a couple pieces down here at the bottom for an extra cushion, just because I'm paranoid about my camera and don't want to injure it as I'm dropping my bag on the ground. They definitely went a bit overboard with giving you a ton of flexibility. Here you have 2 nice big pouches. They're clear so you can actually see what you're putting inside. And of course, you gotta have your trusty laptop sleeve. Now, last but not least, they actually include a couple accessories with the bag. First up, you got this nice zipper pouch. Take out all these contents for now. We're gonna look at them in a second. But nice zipper pouch. It has Velcro right here at the back, which works with that slip lock system out here. So if you wanted to hook on this bag onto any of these tabs here, you can. You get another little pouch in here with a drawstring for water bottles or tripod legs, anything of the sort. And same thing, has Velcro right here that you can strap into that slip lock system. They also give you 2 quick straps with their custom gatekeepers to keep your things nice and secure, and with a clip so you can attach the gatekeeper onto the bag, attach the clip to something else, have nice easy access. And of course, you got your all-weather cover. Has a Velcro strap here at the bottom as well. Pops open, nice and easy. Snow, rain, mud, does it all. Now, putting it away is another story. Let's see how this is gonna go. Roll it up. Now, I did a pretty poor job, but still fits. Off to the side it goes. Now that we went over all the features, it's time to fill this thing up and see how it looks. Now, I'm recording with my main cameras right now, but we got a couple backups. Now, just as a point of reference, my main camera is the Canon R5 with an 85 1.2, so it's a lot bigger than this thing. This backup camera barely even fills up the space that I made for my main camera, and you still have so much extra room. We can toss an extra lens up in the top here, our wireless microphones, a couple filters, can't forget the little duster. And of course, we gotta put the laptop in. Now, I don't think this backpack is gonna fit a 16-inch laptop because the slot here is just the perfect size for my 14-inch. So that's one thing to think about. If you're trying to get this bag for a 16-inch laptop, it's definitely not the way to go because it's not gonna fit. But nice and secure there. A lot of padding on both sides, so you're not gonna be damaging this thing. Go ahead, zip it up. On the side here, you can toss a couple of our lens caps in there. Nice and secure. And for the top compartment, we can toss all this extra stuff that we had from earlier right in here. Zip it up, nice and compact. Now, I like to have my straps be a little bit tighter so my bag sits a little bit higher on my back. I don't know if that's the proper way to wear a backpack. I'm not a hiking expert over here, but this is how it looks all the way around. Pretty good, pretty snug, pretty comfy. Test out the sternum strap. And this puppy ain't going nowhere. So if you're looking for a true everyday camera bag, I think this might be it. But let me know, have you tried this bag out yourself? And is there anything I missed that you wanna know? And should I do like a 3 or 4 month follow-up video to see how it's holding up and if I actually change my mind on anything? But otherwise, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.